I want to introduce you to a concept called the well-played day.
You are now listening to Find a Way Daily.
Do you know someone who has talent that isn't doing enough? So many people in our industry want to be more consistent, want to be more disciplined because they know that they can be their own boss, they can scale their income. As long as they know how to do what they're supposed to do every single day, they can make more sales. But that's the challenge, isn't it? The challenge is, how do you become more consistent? How do you put in the actions you're supposed to do day in, day out, without submitting to the distractions, getting distracted and getting off course? Well, I want to introduce you to this concept called the well-played day, because so many people are focused on reacting. They're so focused on attending to their clients, which you should obviously take care of your clients, but there's certain distractions that you and I both know that if you could avoid those distractions, you could do what you're supposed to do and win the game. But here's the first concept I need you to understand, is that your production, the money you want to make, the sales you want to make, the life you want to have, the producing of those results. Production always follows performance. And so many of us, we get stuck on what we're currently producing right now. Oh, how come for some of you, you're mad because you're only generating 6 deals a year, but for some of you, you're mad because you're only generating 100 deals a year. Whatever that production is for you, what you need to know is the production that you currently have is predicated on the performance that you're putting in right now. So what's the secret to this well-played day? Well, here's what I know. I used to play baseball in my former life, and I used to play professionally about 15 years ago before I got into real estate, before I got into coaching real estate agents and coaching sales and marketing, all that kind of stuff. And when I was in sports, when you're playing at that very, very high level, here's what the professionals know that the amateurs don't. And that is, the amateurs will focus on, for instance, in baseball, they'll focus on hitting home runs. They want to get base hits. They want to hit home runs. Or maybe the basketball player wants to make more shots. Or maybe the golfer wants to shoot a better score. They want that outcome, and they're focused on that outcome all the time. But what that amateur doesn't realize is by focusing on that outcome, it actually steals their performance in the moment. So now let's look at you as a real estate agent. Let's look at you as a salesperson, a marketer, and a business owner. If you're focused on the results, how come I don't have these transactions? How come I don't have these leads? How come nobody's listing and buying right now? If you're focused on all these outcomes, you rob yourself of having what some people call the perfect day, or living in the moment, or performing in the moment. And so what happens? You get distracted. You think maybe what I'm doing isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. But what I need you to know is, the first concept I want you to understand inside this well-played day is to focus on the process, not the outcome. To focus on the process and not the outcome. When you focus on the process, you begin this path of mastery. You're focused on making that one call. You're focused on having a quality hour of power or quality prospecting session, whatever you want to call it. You're focused on performing well in the moment. If you do that moment to moment, day to day, week to week, month to month, you start to put together an amazing career. You start to what Darren Hardy called the compound effect. You start to compound these actions on top of each other, and that performance leads to the production that you currently want. So how do you, hopefully I've sold you on this idea of the well-played day. So how do you do that? How do you execute the well-played day? Well, before I get into that, I want you to know this. A large portion of your success, my friend, is predicated on your ability to continue moving forward in the face of what appears to be no results. I'm going to say that again. A large portion of your success is predicated on your ability to continue moving forward, to continue staying consistent, to continue performing at a high level in the face of what appears to be no results. If you will do that, that will separate you from the competition. You've heard the 87% of real estate agents are out of the business in 5 years. That is the predicator. That's the difference right there. The person who keeps moving forward in the face of what appears to be no results for 3 to 6 months, they're going to win the game. And you can do that with this concept called the well-played game. So here's how you do it. Let me ask you, right when you wake up in the morning, okay? Consider this. When you wake up in the morning, what does a well-played morning look like for you? A well-executed quality morning. Don't focus on getting the outcome, right? Don't focus on losing weight. Focus on not eating this chocolate cake right now. Focus on a quality meal. Focus on a quality day, right? You see this in every aspect. If you want to quit a habit, if you want to quit an addiction like drinking or drugs, it's not, I got to go the rest of my life without drinking. It's, how do I have a quality day today? And then tomorrow, I'll worry about a quality day tomorrow. The same thing is true inside your business. How do I avoid the drama? How do I do the things I'm supposed to do? Well, you do it like this. I want you to break out your journal, or maybe you're going to write it on your phone or something like that, or you're typing into your phone, whatever you're going to do to take notes. This could change the game for you if you will just execute this one thing, and that's this. I want you to write this down and consider this after this video. What does a well-played morning look like for you? Now, not what does a well-played morning look like to Hal Elrod or to the Miracle Morning or what some other top producer said they do. I'm talking about for you. Is it meditating in the morning? Is it exercising? Is it prayer and devotion? Is it journaling? Is it affirmations? Is it just sitting and getting away from the noise for a minute? Like, what is it for you? Is it going for a long run? One of my coaching clients, Scott, he loves to go for runs, 5 miles in the morning, every single morning. I'm like, 5 miles, that's a lot. But for whatever it is for you, what is a well-played morning? And then get up and execute it and execute it and execute it and focus on putting in the best morning you can. And what's the longest streak you can do? How long can you keep that going for? And if you get off a day, start your streak again. But execute, focus on the well-played morning. If you focus on the process, the outcome will take care of itself. The second thing I want you to consider is this. What does a well-played morning look like inside your business? So there's where you wake up and you've got your morning routine, but then there's also the fundamentals inside your business. Like, what does that well-played morning look like? Write it out. See yourself doing that. And then here's the key thing. You take these time blocks that you make, your morning routine, your prospecting or your marketing, your lead generation in the morning, lead follow-up, that whole, generating business morning, you write it out and then you follow it exactly as that, and you focus on having quality time blocks, my friend. That's the key to your success. It's not time blocking. You already know you should time block. The key for you is to focus on, okay, boom, my alarm, my calendar just said, I'm supposed to be doing my prospecting right now. I'm supposed to be doing my lead generation. I'm supposed to be role playing, whatever that might be for you. And then you dive into that and you execute that activity as high quality as you can make it. And if you can master that skill, rather than looking at your calendar and going, I got all this stuff to do, you just say, look, right now for this next hour, I'm gonna find an appointment. I'm gonna make a killer video. I'm gonna do whatever it is. I'm gonna bring myself, my highest self. I'm gonna show up all I can in that moment. I'm gonna have a well-played morning. I'm gonna have a well-played morning routine. I'm gonna have a well-played business morning routine. And then when I go to lunch, maybe I'm gonna have a well-played lunch, a really high-quality lunch with a past client, a center of influence, a lead or something like that. And then when I come back, I'm gonna follow up with my leads and it's gonna be high quality. And you just focus on playing each hour of each day, of each week, of each month, of each year, the best that you can. And my friend, if you do that more consistently than everybody else, it will look like you're extremely disciplined. It will look like you're extremely consistent. But the truth is, discipline is not a habit. Discipline is not a skill. Discipline is the effect of a skill. And that skill is making the right choices. If you make the right choices moment to moment, you will look like you're disciplined. So the goal is not to focus on the outcome, because if the outcome's good, you get complacent. If the outcome's bad, you give up. What you want to focus on is the process and having the well-played day. So my friend, back to those notes of yours. What does a well-played day look like for you? And then let's execute that over and over and over again. In about 90 days to 6 months, you're going to be leaving me a comment below this video saying, oh my God, the well-played day was one of the best things I ever introduced into my business, my friend, okay? So put your head down on the process, and every single day of your life, if you will execute this well-played day, you will sooner or later find a way to the next level.